Hi, it's Neil Sean here on Be My Guest, and my guest today is the wonderful, the legendary, the very nice Mr. Joe Brown. Remember though, Joe?
Yeah, well listen, if you miss it, Neil, you'll miss out.
You got it.
They got it.
See Joe today on Be My Guest.
And brothers, look who else is here.
The sun is surveying his dominion.
A wildly beautiful screen star, Lisa Milan, comes face to face with her #1 fan. It only goes to show that fairy tales do come true.
She only kissed me, that's all.
Well, come in, let me wipe it off.
Here, pack it in, you mad or something? That's me. Hey, it's her, look. Hey,
Joe fight, you know, with an octave fifth, and this is an old Gibson. All these old guitars, they are worth a bit, but they're worth more to me, you know, because they're more like old friends, really.
When somebody now, because we know and love you, but if you were coming to a Joe Brown concert you've never been before, what do they get that, you know, you sell to me? Like, because I know what you do.
Well,
but
I'll tell you what they get. They get, first of all, they get about 55 years of experience in knowing what the audience like. Because, I mean, that to me is the most important thing, is to keep them happy. The next thing is to keep me happy. Because, I mean, I need to go out there and enjoy the music that I'm doing. Now, of course, we have to do a lot of our old ones because people expect to see them. I mean, I went to see Elton John once, and and I love his stuff, and of course he did. He said, "Oh, now tonight I'm going to play my new album," and this is what he did. And I'm sitting there thinking, "Well, where's Rocket Man and Yellow Brick Road?" You know, you can't really educate people, and we're not in the business of educating them. We're in the business of entertaining them. And when you've done so many of these tours and you keep coming back to the same theatre, it's a bit of a nightmare putting one of these shows together, because we've got to keep in, you know, obviously keep the hits in, but we've got such a vast repertoire of stuff that we've learnt over the years, because we put about 10 new songs in on every tour. That is a bit of a nightmare, but we do manage to do it, and I'm very pleased with this particular tour. It's turned out great. We've got some new stuff, and it's really good, and they're loving it, which is the important thing.
I have to say, and this might shock you, the other day, you don't look like you've aged at all, but the other day I was flicking through a channel and your film 6 Hats for Lisa.
Oh, 3 hats for Lisa. Don't talk to me about that.
Honestly, Joe, there was this bit, you were dancing around, and I thought, you don't look any different. And you look really energetic, not that you're not, but energetic in the film. When you were making films like that, did you, because you know, obviously you're a musician first, but you went in and did films and all sorts of stuff. Did you kind of think, well, I wonder if I should be an actor, or was it just like you were caught up in a youthful moment?
I mean, I spent 2.5 years in the West End with in a show called Charlie Girl, and I missed playing. I really didn't miss it, and I also missed out on the whole music scene for 2.5 years, which was a bit of a shame, really. A lot of the groups that come up in that time I've never heard of, you know. So
because you get stuck into, I don't mean that over a bit, you are in a rut because every night you say the same thing, same moments, and you go to bed at certain points.
Absolutely, and particularly with the West End show, and particularly with the Harold Fielding organisation, which is a wonderful organisation, let me tell you, and Harold Fielding was very kind to me. But you don't change a line. I mean, they asked me to go and do Charlie Girl again, because the guy that was doing it, Paul Nicholas, that took over my part, like 20 odd years later, he had some previous television commitments, so Harold Fielding asked me to go and just do 3 or 4 nights there, which I didn't really want to do. So I said to my manager at the time, look, I don't want to do it. She said, well, what can I tell Harold Fielding's office? I said, well, tell him I'm not going to do it. She said, I can't tell him that. I said, well, I'll tell you what, I said, price me out of it. I said, ask for so much money that they won't pay it, and that'll be it. So she did, and they said, okay. So now I was stuck with it. So I thought, well, getting all this money, I'll take the missus and we'll go and have a week on one of the Greek islands while I learn the script. Yeah. See, so they sent me the script, and I got on the plane, and by the time I got off the plane, I knew it. Because it hadn't changed, not a word of the script had changed since I did it for 20 odd years ago. And even the intonation of the words were, so I knew the whole thing. And I come back, and they'd arranged for me to have rehearsals with Sid Charisse and all the rest.
What was it like with her? Because I mean, you know, like, she's a stunning lady, shall we say, or was a stunning lady. And you know, for a young lad like you, getting next to Hollywood legends, did you get nervous, Joe?
I was a bit nervous with Sid Charisse. I wasn't with Anna Neagle. Anna took me under her wing and was most kind to me and saw me through it all, you know. But I mean, I never really wanted to do that kind of thing in the first place. And Charlie Girl actually was only a pantomime. It was only Cinderella, tarted up a bit, you know, with decent costumes. You know. And
I love your directness.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, I've done all kinds of different things when I've got a bit fed up with doing what I'm doing. But like I did all them nightclubs and I hated it, you know. And in those days, your manager would say, "Oh, you're doing this tomorrow, or you're doing that tomorrow," and you didn't have much choice about it. You just went along and did it. But now, I mean, I've got my own choice. I can do what I like, and I never get fed up with sitting or standing up there in front of the band and playing good music with a good band, and that's my life, really.